Stop overthinking. Master the art of letting go. We've all been there, caught in the endless loop of overthinking, analyzing every little detail, questioning ourselves, and obsessing over a single thought until it drains us completely. This is overthinking. It's like quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. But the real question is, does overthinking actually help? Does it make life any better? In fact, it only makes things worse, consuming our energy and making us anxious even when there's no real problem. If you ask yourself why you overthink, the answer is usually fear. You don't want to make mistakes. You want to be sure of every decision. You want things to go perfectly. But the truth is, the more you think, the more tangled your mind becomes. Overthinking doesn't bring clarity. It creates confusion. So how do you break free from this habit? The first step is awareness. You need to recognize when you're overthinking. Every time you catch yourself stuck in repetitive thoughts, stop and tell yourself, "I'm doing it again. I need to stop." Awareness is the key to change. The second step is letting go of control. Most of us overthink because we want to control everything. We want certainty. We want things to go exactly as we planned. But life doesn't work that way. No matter how much you think, some things will always be out of your control. The more you accept this, the more peace you will feel. Whenever you find yourself overanalyzing, ask yourself, is this within my control? If yes, take action. If not, let it go. Life unfolds in its own way. Sometimes answers come not from thinking harder, but from stepping back and allowing things to fall into place. The third step is living in the present. Overthinking happens because our minds are stuck in the past or worrying about the future. We replay past mistakes. What if I had done this differently? Or stress about the future. What if something goes wrong? But neither the past nor the future is in our hands. The only thing we can control is this moment, right now. If you truly want to overcome overthinking, bring yourself back to the present. When your mind starts spiraling, do something that grounds you in the now. Focus on your breath. Go for a walk. Listen to music. Read a book. Or do something creative. The more you train yourself to stay in the present, the weaker overthinking becomes. The fourth step is trusting yourself. Overthinking often comes from self-doubt. We fear making the wrong choices. But here's the truth. There is no such thing as a perfect decision. Every choice teaches you something. If you trust yourself, you won't need to overthink every step. You must accept that mistakes are a part of life. Everyone makes them. But punishing yourself for them, constantly replaying them in your mind, is not productive. Learn from them and move on. If you need to make a decision, listen to your heart, make your choice, and trust yourself. The fifth step is self-acceptance and mindfulness. Many of us are too harsh on ourselves. We hold on to regret, guilt, and self-criticism. But true freedom comes when you learn to accept yourself, your past, your flaws, and your imperfections. Overthinking fades when you stop fighting yourself and start embracing who you are. One powerful way to calm your mind is writing things down. When your thoughts feel overwhelming, put them on paper. Writing helps you release them from your mind, giving you clarity and relief. Another powerful tool is meditation. You don't need to meditate for hours. Just 5 minutes of focusing on your breath can help. A quiet mind is a powerful mind. And finally, the most important thing, remind yourself that life is short. How much of your time are you wasting just thinking, worrying, and doubting? Do you really want to spend your life this way? Think about it. You only have a limited number of years, and every single moment is precious. Do you want to spend it trapped in your thoughts, or do you want to live? Overthinking steals your joy, but once you learn to break free, you start truly living. Take control of your thoughts, let go of what you can't change, and allow life to flow naturally. You don't have to hold on to everything. Sometimes true freedom is found in letting go. Letting go is not about giving up. It's about making space. Space for peace. Space for happiness. Space for life to happen without constantly needing to control every little detail. It's about understanding that not every question needs an immediate answer, and not every problem needs to be solved right now. When you let go, you allow yourself to breathe again. You begin to trust that life has its own rhythm. Things might not always go the way you want them to, but they will unfold exactly as they are meant to. Letting go is an act of courage. It's choosing faith over fear. One of the hardest things to let go of is the fear of the unknown. We overthink because we want to predict what will happen next. But the truth is, no one can predict the future. The fear of the unknown will always be there. But what if you shifted your perspective? What if instead of fearing the unknown, you welcomed it? What if you saw the unknown as a space full of possibilities rather than something to be afraid of? Imagine how light your heart would feel if you stopped trying to figure everything out. Imagine waking up every morning with the mindset that whatever happens today, you will handle it when it comes, not before. That's the beauty of letting go. It frees you from carrying the weight of tomorrow before it even arrives. Letting go also means releasing the need for validation. How many times have you found yourself overthinking because you're worried about what others will think? How often do you hold yourself back because you're afraid of being judged? But the truth is, no matter what you do, people will always have opinions. Their opinions don't define you. Your own self-belief does. When you stop seeking validation from others, you unlock a powerful sense of freedom. You begin to live for yourself, not for their approval. You realize that your worth is not tied to anyone else's opinion. Letting go of this constant need to be liked will set you free in ways you can't even imagine. Another layer of letting go is forgiveness, not just for others, but for yourself. We carry so much guilt, regret, and anger in our hearts, and it silently eats away at our happiness. Forgiving someone doesn't mean what they did was okay. It means you are choosing to release the burden of that pain. And forgiving yourself means you are no longer holding yourself hostage to your past mistakes. When you forgive, you set yourself free. You clear out the emotional clutter that's been weighing you down. You make space for peace. Letting go is a journey, not a one-time decision. Some days will be easier than others. There will be moments when your mind pulls you back into overthinking. But in those moments, remind yourself, you are not your thoughts. You have the power to observe your thoughts without letting them control you. Whenever your mind starts racing, pause. Take a deep breath. Tell yourself, I am safe. I am exactly where I need to be. I don't need all the answers right now. Practice gratitude. Even in the middle of uncertainty, there is always something to be grateful for. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already present. The more you focus on what's good in your life, the less room there is for unnecessary worries. And remember, you are allowed to take life one step at a time. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. You don't need to control every outcome. Your job is not to force life to happen. Your job is to live it. The art of letting go is about surrendering to the flow of life. It's about trusting that whatever is meant for you will find its way to you, and whatever isn't meant for you will naturally fall away. Right now, in this very moment, you have everything you need to be at peace. You don't need to wait for things to be perfect. Peace is not something you find. It's something you create from within. So, breathe, release, let go. Free yourself from the prison of overthinking. Trust yourself, trust life, and watch how everything starts to fall into place when you finally learn to let go.